Auto computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Hello, everyone. I know this is going to take some getting used to. It had to have a little adjustment period for me as well. It is every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, who is that guy looking back at me? But yeah, yeah. Sorry, I just see the reactions of people. Yeah, I don't often do a second game in a day without doing the first, so it feels like a bit of a weird moment to be starting this stream while the last game is still ending. But Dragons 38, Titans 10 at the moment. I mean, it could be more. Titans do have Brock Gray in the sin bin. I've been very impressed with the Dragons so far today. Everyone's like, put the hair back on. Who is that guy? I'm sorry. No, I like it. Okay, my friends and loved ones have been encouraging me to do this for quite some time. I think you will get used to it. Because I get used to it. I look in the mirror and I'm like, that is awful. And then after like 5 seconds, it adjusts again. So I'm going to just ask you guys to cope, I think. As you can see, chat is back on screen. I'm very glad. I don't know why it works now and doesn't work. Because literally this morning when I went in to fix it, it was already just working again. So I didn't actually do anything. So, smart guy tech, my eyes just exploded. Sorry to have done that to you. But no, I think you might need to get used to the change. Let's put it that way. Cohen says I shouldn't have told you to shave it. That is a violation, Cohen. I can't believe you do me like that. That's awful. Lancaster says, as a man proudly sporting what could be known as a hobo beard or an imam beard, I strongly recommend you put it back. It'll come back. Eventually, but no, for now we're like this. It ain't bad though, says Lancaster. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. So I will get into the upcoming game, but we do still have this one left to go, which I assume most of you guys would be watching. Have we got Brimson's through? Is he going to get there? He is going to get there. I went to change the scoreboard. I don't have a scoreboard for this game. Cooper says I just started school holidays. That's good. Glad you have more time to watch my videos now. That's outstanding. Put Leaguie back on, says Cobra. I'm sorry. This is a change I cannot reverse, at least immediately. So we'll be okay. Tiger says I should have streamed me shaving my beard. I did it immediately after the stream yesterday. It would have been a bit of a nightmare situation to try and stream. I shaved half of it off, like this half of my face, and I got this really good photo where like half of it has the beard, the other half doesn't. Up the West is gonna watch my videos all holidays. Thank you. That is massively appreciated. So I was gonna say something about this game. Oh yeah. I've been pretty happy with the Dragons' performance, particularly in attack, but the man who I want to put a focus on is Kyle Flanagan. I think he had a really, really good game, probably one of his better ones in Dragons' colours. And apparently that's a bit of an unpopular opinion, but no, some of his passes for the first try and then that one to Tui Pilotu, really, really good. So, yeah. Kid Cow says, what team do you go for? Who's going to tell him, guys? Someone tell him. Or her. Oh geez, Mason's talking in Dutch. Am I allowed to condone this? I think my own mods have told me off, particularly NRL Head, who is here, that we're not allowed to speak in Dutch. Unfortunately. Up the West says, who do I want to win tonight? I don't really care all that much, because I like to see the Broncos doing well. I think they're a side who can genuinely compete this year if they do get on a good run of form. But at the same time, if the Roosters win, the Panthers get pushed closer to last place, and that's kind of funny. So, yeah. I'm going to put the poll up nice and early, seeing as we still have a minute until this game ends. Although I do expect it's going to be pretty Broncos dominant. Because I certainly think that the Broncos will win this and win it comfortably. Is there like a horse emoji? Yeah, there is. Cool. Horse. Okay. Poll is up. Cohen says, I'm not going to answer the poll until full time until I get it right. That's wise. You'll just have 100% ball knowledge. Mason says, I'm a mod. I'm putting my foot down. Dutch is allowed. I feel like I should be the one to make the regulation as one of the resident Dutch speakers. Feel free to comment in Dutch if you like. I just might not read it out because obviously not everyone understands it. But I will understand it, and that's what matters. And we'll share a real nice, intimate moment. Personal moment. Jesus Christ, the 2-pointer for Holmes. Nah, it's well wide. That's a shocker. He's had a good game though. Now, Cooper, mod applications are closed. We went through all this yesterday. It was a bit of a disaster for a little while. So yeah. I don't think emojis show on screen. I'm not sure. Up the West says, I want Roosters to win. I really just want Penrith to come last. That's fair. I mean, it would, as I said earlier, it would be pretty funny. One thing I'm going to do on this stream, I'm going to read chat from the screen that you guys are seeing rather than from the YouTube live feed, so it syncs up a bit better, so I'm not like reading chats that aren't yet on screen. But for some reason, the streaming software, it doesn't seem to show every single comment. So if I miss one of your comments, it is not intentional or anything. Just maybe send it again and it will appear on the software. Does LeagueCast have mod? LeagueCast doesn't live stream, so no. That channel does not have the need for mods. Anyway, okay, this game's done, so we'll shift focus to the next one. Broncos versus Roosters. I'm blocking the team list already. There we go. There's only one change. Otherwise, both sides are named 1 to 17, which really, I've got to say, surprises me. I thought for sure Dominic Young was going to be dropped late. And Mark Nawangani-Tawase, who was named the 18th man, would come in to start on the wing. That's what all the reports were saying. But Young does start the game. It's interesting. I mean, maybe Nawangani-Tawase isn't match fit, but they showed to start the season he was the first choice centre over Billy Smith. So I'm not too sure what's going on there. Anyway, as I said, sides are 1 to 17. Hugo Savala, the man, not quite on debut, but he's on a starting debut for the Roosters, that halfback. He's absolutely... It's a man mountain. It reminds me of back when Ryan Madison used to play half. Relative to Adam Reynolds, it might be a record for the greatest size difference between two NRL players playing opposite each other in a game. But Celesi Forgetti comes in to start at lock for the Roosters with Victor Radley moving to the bench. And as I mentioned, the Broncos are 1 through 17. It is a very, very good side that they have. And as I've mentioned, I do think that it will be the Broncos that almost certainly get the job done. Do I think it will be as bad as round one from a Roosters perspective? No. I think the Roosters will be a bit more up for it. I think they're a slightly better team now than they were then. But the Broncos are building really, really nicely. And at home, they're going to be really tough to beat. Tiger says, I had KFC for dinner. Broncos might be joining me. There's a very strong chance that is the way it plays out. Yeah, the chat is a bit delayed. Sorry, I haven't put any delay on it. So... yeah, I've got a setting here that clearly says messages is delayed by 0 seconds. They'll just take some time to appear, but it makes sense. It's going through a fair few like different systems and that to get there. So exposing the League, he says, Leaguie, I will expose you. I tried to actually search for that channel yesterday. Oh my god, the profile picture is my logo with the X on it. That's insane. Is it Main Stallion that runs it? It's okay. The channel doesn't have any content for the moment. So I have nothing to worry about. I think I'm okay for now. Let's have a look. Exposing the Leaguie. It's no channel description yet. Okay, so I'm all right for now. I feel I don't need to worry about being exposed, but God knows what they'll eventually dig up. Okay, let's get into the game then. Broncos and Chooks. Well, the Broncos, in a time where teams like Cronulla and Manly, who are pushing for top 4, are pretty inconsistent. Panthers, obviously the same. They're consistent, but consistently terrible. Broncos have a real opportunity to solidify their spot. Let's see what they can do. And if they're going to do it, there needs to be winning games like this at home against opposition that is pretty weak. So we'll see what they can deliver. Joseph, Ande, good to see you, as always. And I'll let you know, as always, there's the kickoff. If you want to sync up with me, it's Roosters to receive. Daniel Tupou underneath it. We'll give it to Nat Butcher there on the kick return. Mason's a minute in front. Oh, okay. If Mason's just spoiled some stuff, that's we're going to be in for a long night. Because don't want to have the game getting spoiled. How's he a minute ahead? Am I just really behind? Or do we not believe him? Joseph says, why do you look chubbier without the beard? That's an outrageous statement. It's probably true. But no, that always happens when sort of you shave the beard off. You get the jawline, or lack thereof, exposed. But that's brutal honesty. Okay, no, now I'm inclined to believe Mason maybe, because Cooper's is sort of agreeing. Arthur's on the kick return. Man, that is outrageous. 73% voting for Broncos. That is around what I would have expected. Lancaster says, chin straps help sharpen the jawline. I know I look like a chubby ass baby without my own glorious beard. I've always had a baby face, but it's more pronounced today. Let's put it that way. Reynolds with a kick up, pretty high there. Tupou underneath it. His return from that injury from last week, that's pretty impressive for a half of his age who has had, some injury history. Mason says, when Ryan Reynolds kicks, he gets a kick to the face. So he gets a kick to the face after he kicked. Do you mean Adam Reynolds? Might have got the wrong Reynolds there, bud. Or Josh Reynolds. Let's go with that. Let's go with the grub. Love, we can see the comments, says Joseph. Yeah, that was supposed to be the case yesterday. How's them Titans, hey? Just shocking, says War Crimes. Yeah, I was really disappointed. I thought they'd bounce back a lot after the Dolphins lost last week and would make a really even contest of it, but aside from super early on, they were never really in it, were they? Their execution was pretty bad. So Roosters draw a penalty here for a shoulder charge on Glorious King Billy Smith, who is our Glorious King. We're adopting him officially as a Leaguie community because someone who has done about 25 ACLs in each knee deserves to be a Glorious King in any situation. There was a lockdown at Cooper's school? Jesus. Why? So Roosters on the attack. Unexpected, I suppose, early opportunity. Nafahu White with the first hit up of the set. Man, you can also be a Glorious King. That's fine. We're all Glorious Kings. So for what'll be the second, gives it to Savala. Now, Sanders Smith. I believe they've played together in reserve grade. So interesting to look at this young combination against the oldest halves pairing in the NRL. They draw 6 more, though, the Roosters. Payne Haas, I think, giving away that penalty. Or ruck infringement. Smart Guy says, I don't think I've ever seen the Panthers this low on the ladder. What do you think on their abysmal form? Yeah, I'll make a video on it. They just look so tired, don't they? Really good attacking opportunity here for the Roosters. We'll see what they can deliver. Sanders Smith with the ball. Tedesco out the back. Early pass to Tupou. It's probably a bit too early. Tedesco could have drawn and passed there. Ball comes free and it is ruled. Oh no, okay, it was initially ruled just a knock on, loose ball, but it's become a penalty by referee Peter Goff. Joseph says, Leaguie, I'm not a Rabbitohs supporter, I'm a Cowboys fan. I thought I remembered you being at a Rabbitohs game, but maybe it was someone else. Tyke says, surely I'm the most glorious king for watching Leaguie the most. Probably. Look, I mean, you can't all be kings. We can't all be kings here, ladies and gentlemen. Billy Smith definitely deserves it, though. Main Salient, is it just me, or is the Leaguie's lips more pink after shaving? I mean, I hope they haven't switched color. That seems like a health concern. Savala plays it. Watson in at dummy half. Now Sanders Smith gives it to Tedesco. Gives it to Rob Toya, who's wrapped up really well there by Shibasaki. And another 6 again. Jeez. I mean, the Roosters can't ask for much better attacking opportunity than this. Keto, good to see you. Watson to Smith. Really tested Broncos defense here. Oh, and that pass was off the mark. It was a bit behind Tedesco from the young Hugo Savala. And Broncos do really well to survive the early test there. Must be said. Good stuff for Brisbane. Mason says, Leaguie, if I started live streaming, would you watch me? Sure, I would. As long as I get, like, recommended them on YouTube. Like, as long as I'm aware of it. Yeah, on the lockdown, Cooper Knight says, it was because someone brought a knife to the school and threatened the teacher. Jesus Christ, that's... Wow, that's heavy stuff. I hope everything's okay, man. Joseph says, Leaguie cheeks are so shiny. I've got, like, studio lighting on them. So, like, you know, there's... It's not exactly fair conditions for me. Love your cheeks. I'm becoming a bit concerned about how much Keto likes me. But it's okay, because there's got a Guido profile picture, and that's elite. Yes, Tiger, I would also watch you, if I had the time on my hands. Smart Guy says, my teacher says Dolphins ads don't belong in Brisbane. I mean, just because the Dolphins don't have a location doesn't mean that we should be infringing their right to advertise. Reynolds kicking from inside his half, but they did well, the Broncos, there to work it out of their end. And Tupou with the catch. Probably would have found touch, but not on the full. The veteran winger. Can I change the LED lights to red? Yeah. Where's the other one? I've got 2 remotes. There you go. Sorry. Now I look like a Rabbitohs supporter. I've got the red and green. Joseph says Roosters score first. Well, they didn't score when they had about 4 set restarts on the Broncos line, so I wouldn't say I'm overly confident of that happening. Subway says, if Penrith or Roosters end dead last at the end of the round, it's a win for everyone. That's honestly true, except all 5 to 10 Roosters fans and all of the 6-year-olds who support Penrith. That would be really funny. I'd definitely be taking screenshots of one of those sides at the bottom of the ladder. Danny says, also, if they want to do something smart, I'd say kick early when they're on the 20 towards Cobbo and Stags, as Cobbo, due to his side, can't turn as well, and due to his size, can't turn well, and Stags is a very aggressive centre. It's probably fair. Yeah, he always rushes up, he says. Penalty now for the Broncos. Angus Crichton with a flop. Reminiscent of another great New South Wales back rower, Mr. Hindmarsh. Change it to red for a sec. I feel like you're manipulating me into something, but sure. I'm open to it. Oh, I just banged the microphone. I'm sorry, people. There you go. There's some red. I will turn it back in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Unless you just want, like, disco times. Main says, after the violation of you shaving, you have to reveal your teeth. There is absolutely no connection, Main. Don't try and do me like that. He just says, good boy. Change it to orange. I'm so sorry for banging that microphone. That probably was really loud. Joseph wants me to change it to yellow. There you go. There's yellow. I mean, there's a reason why I have it green. Everything here is green. Broncos on the attack. On the last tip on Walsh. Did really well there. Stags to get it. Potential knock on from Crichton. No, it wasn't. He trapped it well with his legs there. Go for disco the whole stream. There's different settings. There's fade as well. Look. It doesn't just have to be strobe lighting. He likes Canberra. I live in Canberra. Good job, smart guys, syncing stream to mine. Savala with the pass. Okay, they've got Young away in the corner now. Tedesco's there in support, but he's covered quite easily. Or did well to get away from the centre, but Walsh was always there. Now on the last. Young gives it to Savala. Across to Sandon Smith. What'll he do? Puts a kick across the field, trying to find Tupou. He's up in the air, knocked forward by Cobbo, but taken. Oh, what a play there from our glorious king. What a play from the glorious king. I mean, look, Cobbo did really well, but Billy Smith, if he hadn't made that tackle, Cobbo runs the length of the field. To wrangle him into touch, that was really good play there from Billy Smith. Look at that, just on the back of the jersey. But that's good work of Selwyn as well. To beat Daniel Tupou in the air, that is no easy feat. Lancaster says, keep it red, be a random South Sky in honor of that random South Sky I saw at the Great Wall of China. Maybe, I did think when a team wins, I can change my lighting to their colors for like a few moments at the end of the stream. Roosters draw a penalty. Keto, you're not getting Olam, bro. Unless Olam comes out of retirement and then retires again. They're going to go 2? That really surprises me. I don't think... I mean, maybe the Roosters backed themselves, but I don't think this is going to be a close game at all. I think if they have any opportunity of winning this game, they need to be scoring a lot of points. Tiger, maybe I can play the theme song. I don't know. It's a risk with copyright. Shoulder to head, Cooper Knight's blowing up. Is Cooper a Roosters fan? Yeah, Cooper, you probably are in front. Well, probably our streams are synced up, but it takes a while to like go through my streaming software and then YouTube servers and then get delivered to you, so. Kita says, Shank, I truly do not believe you. Not at this point. Subway says, who agrees Leaguie should make a Reddit? I have considered that in the past, actually. Because I am pretty, well, not popular. I'm pretty active, was what I meant to say on r/NRL. So Sandon Smith from in front will give the Roosters an early and unexpected lead in this game. Puts it straight between the sticks. And it's 2 points to 0. Jeez, that BYD sponsor on the Chooks jersey is just awful. The sponsor integration, the fact that it's black It's just, yeah, it's not nice. Danny says, last time I saw someone take 2, they lost by 24. Is that Manly against Melbourne? Because that's exactly what I'm thinking right now. Sandon got a tan after shaving his beard. Maybe that's what I need to do. Exposing the league he has uploaded and changed his profile picture. Jesus Christ. Is this the red thing? It's a 3-minute long upload as well. No thumbnail. Okay, maybe we'll watch that at halftime. If exposing the league gives me his consent, because I assume that's kind of the whole point of it. Jeez, look at that. 10 sets for the Roosters to the Broncos 5. It was all those set restarts. Keto says, so Souths fan, how are you? If I were a Souths fan, which I might be, I'd be pretty happy at the moment. So Roosters, they're up over the 40 now on the 4th. Crichton with the ball, gives it to Smith. Now Tupou with a bit of space on the wing. He's not completely free though. He's never been the fastest winger. Exposing the league, he says, respond to the allegations or you're cancelled. Only if you use the term "you're" correctly. Oh, Billy Smith, the glorious king. That's not a try, that's a miracle. My God. How on earth? He's had a hell of a start to this game, Billy Smith. I mean, he might not have any ACLs with which he is supporting his body weight, but nonetheless, look at that on the kick chase. Is he onside? I think he is. I was actually looking at the wrong player there. Jumps up, beats Walsh in the air. Jesus. That's good stuff from the injury-plagued Billy Smith. That's a really good try. That's good work. Exposing the league is still trying to get me to respond. At halftime, bro. Am I allowed to watch the video? If you tell me I'm allowed to watch the video, I'll watch it at halftime. Jeez. So, I mean, when you look at the amount of attacking ball that the Roosters have had, you would, probably expect that this would be the scoreline so far in this game. I don't think it's really representative of the fact that the Roosters are dominating or anything. But that's a really good run through there by Billy Smith. He got a try last week against South Sydney. I was watching the game with Hainsey down the Roosters end, and his celebration in front of all the Roosters fans, it was, for any rugby league fan, just a cool moment to see. And as a neutral seeing that, it was nice. It was nice to sort of, see what the club means to him. So Sandon Smith, because I think Billy Smith's a local junior. Sandon now. Okay, I'll watch the video at halftime. Sandon puts the ball between the 6 and, Jesus, 8. Okay. We've got it. I mean, this is the season of upsets, but still super, super early days. Joseph says, read the last comment. I missed it. Oh, do you guys have free Wi-Fi at Australia? I mean, in public places, yes. In private places, no, generally. Yep, he says, sit down, Rabs, you're embarrassing yourself. That'd be a good soundbite, but I need to know where to find it. I think Keto has discovered that by putting red emojis, I'm more likely to actually see his messages. I think that's the strat. Here we go. He says, we should change this title to exposing... I take it you mean exposing Leaguie's NRL team. He's either a Souths fan or a Raiders fan. The majority of the time, he might be a full stop fan. A Shank fan? Tiger says, Leaguie, can I rob your house when I come down to Canberra? I don't have a house. I have a university dormitory. What's my favorite song? A song called Morning Glory by Oasis, which happens to be my outro music. You've all heard it like a bajillion times at the end of every one of my videos. Broncos. Oh, have we got a penalty Roosters here? No. Okay, Broncos penalty. Interesting. Downtown. Oh, this is. I like these downtown penalties. It's times like this where I like, geez, referees are talented individuals. To pick up on a player being downtown is crazy. Broncos will get their first attacky opportunity of the game. Let's see what they do. Yeah, Mason, unless it's directly to do with me, I don't really want to react to content so much. I mean, the exposing the Leaguie thing is literally like meant for me, you know? Chickawee skips the outro. Damn, that's devastating. You're missing out on my favorite song. So Hunt finds Kobe Hetherington underneath, and they draw a penalty. Roosters, I mean, they haven't had a lot of defending to do in this game, but I think that's the third penalty already that they've given away. In our head says I should have kept the beard. I'm already kind of getting used to it, guys. You'll get used to it. Oh, okay. If it's for me, I'll copy the link and react to it at halftime. I don't think it is that. I've just opened the clip and it doesn't look like every embarrassing face I've made. Sorry, you might have just heard it there. I am baby-faced? Of course I am. Anyway, sorry, while I was looking at that clip, someone Cobo over the touchline again. Good scramble defense there from the Roosters. Cooper, I answered. It's Morning Glory by Oasis. Hang on, wait, it's it? There's two people called Exposing the Leaguie. There's Exposing the Leaguie with spaces, which I'm pretty sure is Main Stallion, and Exposing the Leaguie without spaces. This is hilarious. I've got two channels that are specifically made to expose me. That's great. So Brisbane here challenging this decision of a strip. I thought it looked like a pretty clean drop to me from CY Wong. Yeah, surely that's a drop. Definitely loose ball. Wrong link. Okay. No intent to strip. Yeah, good call. Tiger says, Leaguie, you honored the people that tried to expose you? I absolutely am. I don't know, man. I'm just kind of like, I'm theorizing. Tiger, come on, don't spam. Just because it's like now on screen as well. Like that's what I rely on to read everyone's chats. Now I can't see what anyone said. Cooper says, Leaguie, do you remember Ben Hunt knocked it on in the grand final Golden Point? That I do, yes. Exposing the Leaguie and Exposing the Leaguie need to collab. Joseph, my favorite band is the Beatles. Penalty Broncos. Again, how many penalties is that so far that the Roosters have given away? I'm trying to have a look on NRL.com. Apparently it's only 4. I think it might be more than that. Oh, that could be... That could be bin. That could be bin. Unk status banned. I mean, yes, it is. I know. They're calling them out. Direct. With the shoulder. Yellow line, people. Yellow line. There we go. It's on top of the Rooster now. Can we get some yellow in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? I want to see it. Cooper says he was slipping. Cobra with the donation. Will the alert pop up? It's not popping up yet. Come on, pop-up alert. I believe in you. It's not doing it. Damn. Oh, wait, hang on. It's not on this. Well, wait, hang on. Let me see if it pops up on here. No, it has not popped up on there either. Okay. Well, sorry, Green Cobra, thank you for the donation. So I just got completely distracted by wanting the alert to pop up. Thank you so much, man. As always, I really appreciate it. We got yellow line, though. Danny says I'm not doing yellow line. Why aren't you doing yellow line? Look how it displays that red card emoji. That's very funny. Oh, geez. One more pass there from Ben Hunt and the Rover. Young and Toyo trying to get him over the sideline. Damn, that should have been a Broncos try there. Ben Hunt had the opportunity to pass that ball. He really did. Exposing the Leaguie with no spaces. Says, exposing the Leaguie with spaces, making a video on exposing the Leaguie without spaces. Cobra says, I want my money back. He scanned me. I wanted the alert. I mean, I would love it to have worked. I would absolutely love it to have worked. I think, okay, let me, it may work now. Not that I'm asking anyone to donate, because I wouldn't do that, but it's now, I've changed, I've reconfigured it. But yeah, I'm still figuring out all these live stream things. I often don't know why they don't work. Maybe my streaming thing just doesn't like the NRL. I think that's probably that's the way to go. Luella, good to see you. As always, good to see you back. Jeez, this is a real penalty-a-thon so far. Cobra, I would give you your money back. That's interesting. The chat feature can display normal emojis, but not the ones on YouTube. I don't think. Not the YouTube emotes. NRL Head says, Dragons are such a hard team to predict. They are. No, it's true. But today was a very, very well-deserved win, I think. Keto says, I read on Wikipedia that you support the pride of the league, the West Tigers, baby. Come on, Tigers. I am almost certain I don't have a Wikipedia page. If one of you guys wants to set that up, though, you know, you could. That'd be awful nice of you. Oh, intercept! That was telegraphed. Cobbo's away. They're not going to catch him. Savala is chasing. Cobbo will get there. And it's going to be 8 points to 4. Kick to come. That's the kind of thing that a rookie half does. Because Sandon Smith, that pass was telegraphed pretty early there from Selwyn. The beard is gone and Luella's crying. Yeah, guys, I guess can we not maybe spam the YouTube emotes just because it displays so terribly? But yeah, the pass wasn't on. Cobbo knew exactly that it was coming. Savala did well on the chase to force him into the corner, but probably won't matter. Adam Reynolds is that good. But yeah, that was never really... Geez, the frustration on Daniel Tupou's face. Given that the Roosters, I think, have done well to... Well, had done well to get the scoreline to 8-0, that's a very cheap and easy way to concede points. But the Broncos... probably needed a bit of spark getting back into the game. Subway says, gotta go, King. All good. Main Stallion is very happy. By the way, yeah, Leaguie Cordial's back. Mason says, Leaguie, you know I'm your #1 fan, eh? Tiger Walker will have words with you. So will NRL Head. I think NRL Head's underrated in these discussions. And Green Cobra, who's donated the GDP of Luxembourg to me over the course of the last few months. Selwyn reminds me so much of a young Latrell in so many ways. I mean, it's just, especially when he gets the opportunity to play fullback. But so Reynolds from the sideline starts well. Will it fade across? Ah, hits the uprights. Yes, I thought it just had a bit too much angle on it. And it's 8 points to 4. Smart Guy says, I'm trying to find my dad in the crowd on TV. Well, unfortunately, I can't help you too much with that. Exposing the League says he drinks cordial. That's even worse. Cordial is elite. It is absolute, like, top tier drink. In terms of value for money, it is so up there. And the fact that it's green is just so pleasing to my marketing brain. The Weller says there have been 3 games in the last 2 weeks that have started with penalty kicks as the first points. One of them, at least, the Manly one, the team kicking the goal went on to lose. Gita says, oi me. Gita, you've been around for a little while now, but we got some guys that have been here for ages. You still, there's a bit more of your initiation to go yet. Although you are the only one who wants to watch me while I'm sleeping. So maybe actually you are the go-to. Broncos just past their 30 now. Payne Haas. Oh, geez. How on earth do you tackle that man? He'll look so good in the blue of the mighty Toa Samoa. Hebe can't believe I actually did it. That's funny. Broncos are through again. They've got all the support in the world. Walsh will go over. Broncos will take the lead. The little try celebration there from Reese. They had so much support there as well. I thought they'd blown it by passing early, but they had the numbers. And it's 8 points all. So they've made the Roosters pay for the sin bin. Already putting 8 points on the board. They'll make it 10 and still a bit of time to go. So it was just Reynolds, double pump, Jaden Hunt, I think, is it? Or was it Gajewski's, one of the back rowers? Who then, Gajewski, who's, I think, about to sign a contract extension back in field to Paix, who then gives it on to that star man, Reece Walsh. I thought for a while Kalen Ponga had the most Instagram followers of any NRL player, and then I saw Reece Walsh. God damn. Those blue eyes doing a lot of heavy lifting for his Instagram account. Cohen says Chook's lead was short-lived. It sure was, and I gotta say, I mean, I get the feeling that the Broncos are kind of going to go on with this now. Lancaster earlier, it's not on screen anymore, but said, Hangry Haas is better than literally every forward who has ever played the game. I think I've probably said this before, but in my first year of uni here, I had to take a statistics course, and I had to do a statistics project, create a hypothesis on a data set, any set I wanted, and I used NRL forwards. And there was this beautiful line. I created this coefficient, as Reynolds puts it over, of performance for NRL props. It was a mix of like tackle busts, meters gained, offloads, whatever. And if you put it on a graph with age, it just beautifully went this way, beautifully went up, right? It made sense. Older props play better. And then there was just this one point in my entire graph of this like 23-year-old front rower who's just better than anyone else, breaking the entire study, called Payne Haas. And I had to like add in the footnotes, there's this dude called Payne Haas, he's not normal. Got good marks on it. Hunt with the catch off the kickoff, gives it to Patrick Carrigan, he is one of my favorite front rowers. Another penalty. Another one. Jesus. Cobra says, I have 300 subs now, all thanks to Leaguie Cast. Yes, I did. Go on my second channel and subscribe to Cobra yesterday after his video on me. So it's another shoulder charge. I think we saw a shoulder charge in the last game. Mason thinks the last pass looked forward. I'm not sure. I didn't actually really tell. Keita, I ain't reading that. Oh, here we go. Keita says, well, he says lady, but I think he means Leaguie. The shim is through. I have a question. Do you know how old I am? You've told me before, but I will be completely honest. I have forgotten. Broncos on a real roll here. Walsh with the ball in his hand, stepping around, goes back inside, gets an offload now to the man, the jet ski. Geez, the Broncos look lively here. Surely they're about to put points on the board. Reynolds, oh, they're completely shot. Reynolds puts a kick in. Over Young. No, it's not over Young. That has saved a try. He did what he couldn't do last week with the Rabbitohs game. The Latrell pass. Caleb straight up telling me I look weird. That's just impolite. I'll be real. You're hurting my feelings. I don't regret shaving it. I regret streaming because all you guys are horrible to me. God damn. Danny says, Leaguie, I'm still offended I'm not in contention for #1 fan. I missed one stream and I rewatched that stream also. I was in hospital. Danny, you absolutely are. I'm so sorry you slipped my mind. Tiger says, Leaguie, you should do a collab with Leaguie Cast, Bondi Beta, and Dylan Chugru. I don't know who that Bondi Beta you're talking about is. How do you say 11's name? Gajewski. But I call him the Jet Ski. Lancaster says, Carrigan and Haas are as a pairing remind me of mine and my girlfriend's favorite romance movie, Beauty and the Beast. It does check out. Oh my, Cobra's changed his profile picture to my face. It's not even a present photo of my face. That's the concerning thing. He hasn't just taken a screenshot of this stream. He's gone to an old stream or an old photo that he's had. Carrigan, the beauty, knocks it on. I hope, maybe it's a file he's had on his computer. Actually, I think it is because that was in his video, wasn't it? That's pretty funny. Luella says I look so young. I'm 22. I've de-aged by 10 years. So what? I looked 32 before? I feel so self-conscious now. Hell yeah, Sam Walker references, Pete. Billy Smith about to come on. I mean, guys, say goodbye to your yellow line. It's sad times. It is sad times, but he'll have to go soon. Or she. Actually, I'm not going to assume the yellow line's gender. E.B. Williams says, what do I have to do to see a Leaguie and Budgie Smuggler stream? The real, and I like this is something I'm fundamentally concerned about. Why though? Why is that like something that like you'd as a member of the public actually want to see? that's where I'm like, Tiger says I look 12. Aren't you 12? Nah, you're not 12. I can't remember. Maybe you're 14. There's so many of you. I struggle to remember the ages. I apologize. I looked 24 before. Now I look 18. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take looking like an 18-year-old. Savala with a kick, trying to find Young. It's really shallow. He can't do much. Taps it back, but it ends up in the hands of the great goatee Shibasaki. Luella says, no, you look 25 before. Now I look like a child. Oh no. Maybe I'll be more likely to be hired by a media organization if they think I'm a younger prodigy. 14 turning 15. Okay, yeah, 14 occurred to me. We got a whistle here. What for? Is this an instance of foul play? Oh, Jack Gajewski. The jet ski's being called out, people. Mason says, your first video has more views than my channel altogether. That is it was an awful video. Direct content. Holy! Yellow line. It doesn't need to go. It just needs to be shifted over there. Look at that. The jet ski's gone. No, we don't need two yellow lines. Billy Smith's back. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this. For those of you who watch my latest, not my latest video, my video before that, I think if the ref misses foul play, the ref misses it. I don't like going all the way back like this. Chickawee says, you were 50 before the shave, now I look 8. 42 years? 42 years gone. Oh, what's Kayla's oh my god, Kayla's profile picture is also me. Who started this trend? Which one of you? So let's see what the Roosters can do. They'll have to start on their own end. Will they be able to punish the Broncos for the jet ski sin bin? What streaming software do I use? OBS. So OBS is the software, but then for the overlays, like the chat and such, I use a website called Stream Elements. What happened to the beard, says Peter. I mean, it got shaved, bruh. It got shaved. Is that a strip or was that just a drop ball? Either way, Broncos come up with possession here. 10 minutes to go in the first half. I know they're a man down, but they have an opportunity to really stand their lead here. Main says, chat about 10 minutes until the Leaguie watches the allegation vid. Word of wind says that it's out. Can you guarantee me that there's nothing in that video that's going to get me like banned from live streaming? Why didn't the donations work, says NRL Head? I don't know. There was... I think the overlay for the donations wasn't configured right, but it should be configured right now. Oh, knock on there, Hunt. Crichton with the ball. Will he just go himself? Yeah, he's in a little bit of space. Just he didn't even run in a straight line there. Oh, Reynolds is hurt. Penalty Broncos, Jesus. Yeah, Crichton had the opportunity to run forward in a straight line and instead turned towards Reynolds and boom. Look at that, he's running perpendicular to the line there. That's awful. Honestly, like... You can't do that to A-Ray. They have killed Reynolds. They have. Shut him off. Shut him off the field. Yeah, big forearm there. On his South's teammate. And that's a hell of a turnaround. Angus is being called out here. Oh, only on report. Okay. What? Now we're all diabolical. Says Caleb. Nah, Cohen, it wasn't a fend. It was a big bumper bar. In my opinion, anyway. Lancaster says, arm to the throat. F me, Angus. Spencer and Crichton doing everything in their power to screw the Blues via suspension. This is wise here, I think. Going for the two. Will Reynolds kick it or will they give it to Walsh? Looks like it will be Reynolds. But yeah, they're just taking time off the clock. Heaps of time. The clock's still ticking down. Oh, sorry. Danny says, Leaguie, answer the question. I missed it earlier. Oh, sorry. He says, Leaguie, please answer me. Leaguie, who is my uncle? Oh, okay. Your uncle is Sam Walker. I think. Caleb says it was my birthday on the 8th. Well, happy birthday to you, Caleb. All the best wishes. This little soundbite is for you.
He's the greatest. He's the best.
Have I watched the Minecraft movie? I have not. Okay, so Walsh will be the one to kick. It is from a fair distance, but it's right in front. And he has got it comfortably. So Broncos in the sin bin period take the little lead of this period of the game. They go up 12-8 and it's 2-0 in the sin bin period for the jet ski. Main says, Leaguie, are you my dad? I hope not. I really, really, really hope not. Yeah, I hope not. I really hope that is not the case. I hope not. Why is the clock not stopped? I mean, you're allowed to take time while taking the conversion. I think if you take too long, then eventually the referee will stop the clock. Mason says, Leaguie, watch my last 5 messages. That's gonna take like a lot of time. Okay, Leaguie last one. It honestly, like I never mean to miss things. If I miss something, I'm kind of sorry. Your last message was what? After 1 minute, I got bored. Now I'm back. Okay. Like, okay, I mean absolutely no disrespect, but unless there's like something really, really, really important that I've missed, I don't want to like stop what I'm watching to go back, you know? Just because of everyone else. Oh geez, Tiger Walker's changed his profile picture as well. And it's from the Tonga moment. It's from the iconic Tonga moment. Haas has knocked it on. Roosters will get their first attacking opportunity with the Broncos down to 12 men. Augustine says, I'm a full supporter of Broncos in PNG. Well, you'll be happy at the moment. You'll be happy. Good to see some love from PNG here. You and Joseph Ande, both from PNG. That was Haas's worst moment. I mean, he doesn't have many that are bad. Caleb says, am I P. Diddy? No, I am... No, not. No. Too many Leaguey heads. And just one massive one here. But all of your ones have beards, so that's not the real Leaguey. Roosters... Oh, Tedesco puts a kick on the second. Oh, Has he done it? He's claiming it. He's claiming it. Jesus.
He's who they need. Put him in the sucker. Put him somewhere. He's too good for this game.
If he's actually got the ball down there before the line, that's amazing. It was a hell of a risk there from Tedesco to kick on the second. But Billy Smith running through. Has he done it? Oh yeah, easy. That's Michael Jennings' 2013 grand final. It's not quite as good as that, but it was pretty good. I thought the bounce was terrible. He did well to track it. And I put that on the board. 12 points all, kick to come. Do we unironically have a game on our hands, people? Luella says, did you see a little while ago Payne Haas's brother signed with the Broncos? Hans Haas. He's younger than me. I didn't know that. Hans is a very Dutch name. But yes, of course, one of Payne's other brothers, Cleese, plays for the Gold Coast Titans. So, Lancaster says, good thing you ain't P. Diddy. It would make being a YouTuber concerning. I know. Every single time I see a YouTuber's Discord messages with minors leak, I'm like, am I surprised? Although now that I am one, maybe I shouldn't be burning those bridges. No, actually, those are definitely bridges I want to burn. No, I'll back it. Mason says, Leaguie, I moved my face away from the iPad. It sounded like you were the commentator. Okay. I mean, I don't commentate as much as I could because there's people doing that, but I've always wondered. Me as a commentator. Sand Smith. Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it might just go to the left of the post there, but it is good. Just about snuck in. Chooks take the lead. The roster is beating the Broncos at the moment. 71% of you think Broncos will win the game with 55 votes gone. Now down to 70%. Someone just voted Roosters. NRL Head, why is this competition so unpredictable other than dogs? It's good. It's good to see. Everyone is like, it's just... The thing is, like, okay, last year and the years before, this league was unwatchable because it's too predictable. Now it's unwatchable because referees. Caleb said Leaguie, and him and Cobra are just spamming. Guys, if my mods are spamming, what am I supposed to do? Mason, going to bed. Good night. All good. Red for Oddcast. Hey, you should be singing, bro. When the Saints go marching in, they marched in today. Yeah, Caleb, I looked at your profile picture. Oh, wait, no, you changed it again. Oh, that's rough. I can only see it very small. Guys, can you not spam, please? Roosters are away again. Billy Smith scored. Honestly, when mods spam, that's an awful look. That's not good. Oh, now they're getting into it here. So it was a knock-on there from Roosters. Peter Goff is trying to control this situation. It's nothing too bad, but we'll see what they've done. Danny, last thing I can see from you is Caleb stop. So... let's have a look. So yeah, just a clean knock on there from Sandon Smith. Oh, and it was that involvement from Staggs that Lenu didn't take nicely to, but that was bad. That was proper swinging arm stuff. That's at least penalty Broncos. Honestly, I mean, I won't send him off the field because I don't want to devalue it, but Red VLK says what you're supposed to do is make me mod to stop it. Next mod that spams, I'm unmodding and I'm making Red V Oddcast a mod. Is this going to be penalty Roosters? Do you know what? I know I've played that soundbite, but to be fair, okay, I guess it's like that instance where Braith Anasta, I think it was, got up, played the ball, and then got punched in the head, and the penalty was against him. Even though Lenu's done the worst thing, you do go first infringement. That was really reckless from Spencer, though. I think he's pretty lucky to not be sin binned. I don't think there was... yeah, I mean, it wasn't good from Staggs for sure, but what Lenu did was pretty terrible. Lancaster says they should replace Greg Alexander on commentary with me, as in Lancaster. I'll have New South Wales and Queensland both marching on Canberra by the end of the week. I don't want that. No. I like Canberra. So Roosters, 3 minutes to go in the first half. How long is left in the sin bin period? If they can get a try here before half time. Okay, 2 minutes left. They've got a chance here. They draw 6 more. 20 points to 12 would set up a very, very juicy second half. Must be said. Cooper says, the Leaguie knock knock. Who's there, Cooper? Lancaster says, I still feel Braith Anasta should have been sin binned at all times for the crime of being Braith Anasta. I used to really like Braith Anasta when I was growing up. I don't really know why. He was one of the only players whose names I knew. Him, Nathan Hindmarsh was another. E.B. Williams says, have you heard a Subway Surfers movie is in development, scheduled for release starring Jack Black as the police officer? As I'm talking about Subway Surfers, yeah, I think Angus Crichton's got this ball down. Roosters with a try. We've genuinely got a really good game set up here. We've genuinely got a really good game. As long as... So, there's a chance here the Broncos held him up. We'll see whether he got the ball to ground on this replay here. Watson out of dummy half. It was good dummy half play. Short ball to his back rower. Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know. I think there might be an arm underneath this. Oh no, try confirmed. Okay, on that far angle, it didn't look good. Oh yeah, he got... Geez, it was pretty close. But he got it. Lancaster says, of course, the Rooster, who should currently be off the field, scores the try. Peter Baxter Volandis remains the most OP play in this game. What are you talking about, bro? Spencer Leniu is the Rooster who should be off the field. What did... Oh, Reynolds. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. That's probably fair. Although, I don't agree with Paper Bags to Volandis. Maybe you should argue that both Crichton and Leniu should be off. Red Vialka says, next Sports Shed charity game, me and Leaguie are going to swing at each other for the entertainment. If you're playing on that day, I'll swing at you. For sure. Morris Brothers style. Luella says, 11 penalties and we are only in the first half. That is insane. Yeah, both sides have had really bad discipline, but penalties out of their own end, which would otherwise be 6 against. Sandon Smith gives the Roosters that 8-point lead back. This is, I mean, 55 seconds left to go in the half. You'll think Roosters will get the ball back here. This just sets up a really good second half. If the Roosters and Broncos are playing 40 minutes of football, I would roughly give the Roosters an 8-point start. So, I think it sets up a great second half. Lankar says, I'm arguing that they should both be off. Yes, remember me bitching about them trying to hurt the Blues with suspensions. Yes, no, I did just remember there. Yeah. Cooper, what are you on about, bro? Jake, good to see you here. Hello. Blake Seep, who reminds me a lot of a young Boyd Cordner. Maybe it's just the chin dimple. Leaky cussing is cursed. I mean, bitching isn't that bad. You mustn't have been here for that infamous Sunday night stream. Joseph's back. Let's go. And Chickawee's back as well. Back just before the halftime break where we're going to watch the video of apparently me being exposed. Danny's going to say what he said before. Okay, I look forward to reading it. And I says, why didn't you delete the stream? Because it's funny. Tedesco with a bit of space. It's last play of the half, though. The whistle goes. The siren goes. Big Dave, these bloody chooks just won't die. Still, it'll be winner chicken dinner after this game. Up the Broncos. I think that's a good way to sum it up. The Roosters are doing really well to hang in there, I think. Sorry, I was just confused by those whistles at the end. Roosters done well, but I would still have the Broncos coming through by the end of the game. Is that Subway Surf thing real? Surely not. You can't make a movie out of it. Jake says, surprised to see what the Roosters have well, the Roosters have to the Broncos, because remember round 1. I said before this game, I knew it would be very different to round 1. I didn't think it would be this, though. I thought Broncos would still win it comfortably, with Roosters a little bit more competitive than they were in round 1. Okay. Kryptonite says black or white in reference to what, bro? Tiger Walker's back. Chaps, it's time. That it is. Okay, let me just pop my headphones on. Oh, I'll stop the music as well. Okay. What do we got? Okay, yeah, this is my boy Main Stallion. Oh, hang on. Wait, I need to shift the okay. In the singlet, no less. Okay, let's see what we got.
What's going on, guys? And welcome to the Exposing the Leaguie channel.
He's using Breakdown. That's one of my songs.
The Main Stallion, and you know, this is just the channel exposing the Leaguie, right? So I'm gonna grab my guitar, play some music while I explain what the Leaguie did. Yeah, so unfortunately I couldn't play the guitar. My string broke. And speaking of A minor,
Oh my god.
Leaguie hung out. Oh god, Leaguie hung out with an A minor.
Did I?
That sounds horribly wrong. I should reword that.
It sure does.
Leaguie hung out with a minor.
Yes.
That sounds very nice.
No, it doesn't.
And I was there when he did it. I was there when he did it to her. To them. To him. To Dom. And
What?
you know, the text message I saw beforehand wasn't very great. Here was his text message to the minor. Yeah, it wasn't great.
Okay.
So that is one way of why we should cancel him.
Okay.
And I forgot the other thing. I'm sorry.
This is really well made.
Alright.
This is funny.
The Leaguie went to the battlefield, right?
Okay.
He's a veteran of the Australian Defence Force,
Yeah, sure. Of course.
as well as the Navy SEALs,
Mm-hmm.
as well as a tank, as well as the Air Force. And do you know what he did? And I was there as well. I was taking pictures. So do you know what he did in the military? In the ADF? In the Navy SEALs? Was it the ADF? Yeah, so I did ADF, Navy SEALs, and oh, there we go, Air Force. You know what he did? He did some very bad things. I probably can't say on YouTube, others I get demonetized. So, Leaguie, you're lucky that I can't explain what I did. But here's a picture of what he was about to do on his full military uniform.
That picture, yep, absolutely damning.
So, with that being said, Leaguie, actually no. Before we expose a team, all right?
A team exposing, okay.
Do you want to know what he did
What did I do?
back? What's his age?
22.
So, 2005. Do you want to know what he did back in 2003?
When I was 1.
He belted someone with a baseball bat. All right, that was one thing he did.
I did do
And
that.
then he hacksawed someone, as if he was doing metal work. That's the other thing. And the other one was he spun someone around to death. Okay.
What
He
is
spun someone around to death.
what is going on in your brain to come up with all these very violent ways of execution? Should I be concerned? I feel I should be concerned.
And then they died. And then the last thing is that he uses child labor. Do you know what he got the green suit from? Timu.
That's actually
You know
not
what team
quite
it is?
correct, but yeah.
They use children. Do you know how much they pay children? And then with the last allegation is that he supports the Panthers. Good night.
That was an experience. That was something. That was something else. What the hell? I mean, that's outstanding work. That was really funny. There's a lot to unpack there. God damn. My favorite part, I think, was the baseball bat when I was 1 year old. That's up there. B. Milner says, "Is this the League's long lost son?" He's claiming to be. He is actually claiming to be. So. I'm going back and reading the chats. That is hilarious. Dave says, "Dude's wall looks like a Wish version of League's." His wall, I assure you, costs a lot more than mine. I print all this stuff out for free in the university library. So that was very funny. Tiger says, "Play the Roosters song because they're leading at halftime." Nah, that feels premature on the behalf of Roosters fans. Maybe after the game I will. I think I'll probably be playing the Broncos theme tune, but after the game. Anrahead says he got that completely wrong. He goes for the Sharks. The Cobras, I've always said it. B. Milner says, "Leaguie, who made that video?" It was a channel called Exposing the Leaguie, which does look awfully like my boy Main Stallion. Who says, "I was so close to laughing so hard. Your delivery on it was so good." Just like the whole... And do you know what he did? I was there. He was a veteran of the ADF, the Navy, Special Forces, the tank. I think that was my favorite one, the tank. I'm a veteran of the tank. I have been in the tank. So, no, that's really good. Cobra says, "You go for me, it's me." Of course, I go for the Amsterdam Green Cobras. Cohen says, "What happened while I was in the shower took Chooks 20 to 12. Yes, sorry, the jet ski, Jack Gajetski, got sent off. Not sent off, sorry, sin binned for a high shot. And Roosters got 2 tries on the back of it. Big Dave says that kid would figure out how to scrape his knee in a padded... Okay, no, that's just mean. That is so rude, bro. Come on, Dave, chill. Smart Guy says, "My teacher plays the Broncos theme tune every Friday before school ends." That's indoctrination. But honestly, I respect it. Llewellyn says, "Back to what you were saying before." Yeah, let's go back on topic. The commentators were saying before the game that the Broncos haven't won against the Roosters back-to-back since 2018. I did know they had a bad record against them, but that's a long time. Damn. Lancaster says, "Leaguie got caught executing war prisoners in Afghanistan." Wow. You know, when I started my career as an NRL content creator, even when I got into live streaming, I truly never thought I would have to justify the fact that I never executed people in Afghanistan. But here we are, and honestly, I'm so here for it. Like, it's made things so interesting. This is why I loved you guys so much. E.B. Williams says, "This revelation has ruined the way I see the Leaguie forever. At least it's made it infinitely more accurate." B. Milner says, "The immaculate vibes..." Oh, it's gone now because Tiger Walker's spamming of the emojis. Yeah, come on, Tiger, don't do that. B. Milner said before, "The immaculate vibes on this live have inspired me to watch this NRL game, even though neither of the teams are the mighty West Tigers." I'm sorry that you have to watch this like low level, this low standard of rugby league, given that you're used to watching the Tigers. Having to watch Reece Walsh and James Tedesco go at it when you're used to watching Jareem Buller, it must be such a come down for you, such a reality check. Gobra says, "Not gonna lie, Streamlabs is better. Ever thought about using that?" I think it's paid. So, like, possibly down the line, but I don't make money on my streams. Well, except for donations, which, to be fair, Cobra, are mostly from you. But because I don't run ads for my streams, I don't make money on my streams, and I don't want to have live streams be something that I lose money from, so. I already lose money on Leaguie Cast because it pays... I have to pay for a subscription that... distributes the podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, and all that. So if you guys don't already listen to Leaguie Cast, please do go onto Spotify and that and have a listen. Exposing the Leaguie with no spaces says, "I am going to expose you so bad." Well, I mean, Main Stallion did a pretty good job. I got to be real. His delivery was on point. B. Milner says, "Has this been a good game so far?" Now, I don't know whether to watch honest answers. Please, DJ. DJ being a reference to me. That is my initials. Yeah, no, it's been good. I I have been impressed with the way the Roosters, who are definitely the worst side on paper compared to the Broncos, have stuck in the game. They've exceeded my personal expectations. Broncos haven't had a heap of opportunity, really. A few moments they didn't execute all that well could have really changed the outlook of this game, but discipline from both sides has been really poor. Sin bins on both sides, heaps of penalties from both sides. I think it was Luella earlier who said that it was 11 penalties already. So yeah. Is Streamlabs free? Really? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. E.B. Williams says, I heard Leaguie beat Matt Murdoch as a child. Who is Matt Murdoch? Is that a relation to Rupert? Main says, read last. Do you want to know the full behind the scenes? I decided to make a J Schlatt reference and my A string on the guitar actually broke. That's very funny. No, that transition just set the tone for the entire video. But the thing I have to respect the most is that you used my music. You used the music that I mean, it's free YouTube music. I don't own it or anything, but Breakdown was the first one, and I forget what the second song was. But Main Stallion has actually gone into the description of my videos to find the songs. That's really that's amazing. Colin says Chooks have WTF performances sometimes. They do. I mean, against Penrith was one of them, but that game against Panthers was just like they tried just Hail Marying all the time and it worked every time. Today it hasn't quite worked every time, but it's worked enough for them. Champion says if Roosters win this, we will be doing better than Penrith for the first time in years. If at the start of the season someone had said to you, I assume you're a Roosters fan, that you'll be ahead of Penrith come the end of round 6, I bet you would have taken that. The second song was Cool Rock. Yes, Cool Rock. No, I knew it from somewhere. Matt Murdoch is the Daredevil. Yeah, okay, yes, I do know that name. That's funny. Luella says, Dylan Egan scored 76 in the Dragons game. Is this fantasy points? That's a hell of a total for Dylan Egan. The man with, I think, 2 first names. Is it just me, or, I mean, we've spoken about this before, but the amount of political ads that we're getting. I know the election is coming up. I don't know if it's just because I live in Canberra or if everyone's getting them, but I keep getting this one, and I know a lot of other people are getting it because I've seen it on Reddit, that's directed at Victorians, Victorian Labour something. I don't know, firstly, why Victorians are advertising on NRL streams, but nonetheless, when I don't live in Victoria, so Champion's a Roosters fan through and through. Well, yeah, you must be pretty happy. How do you assess this season so far? Out of curiosity, Dylan Egg and Spoon Race. Yeah, Taika Wookie used to throw up all these absolutely brilliant player puns. That's a throwback. Have I seen the liberal TikToks? No, I haven't, but I don't really go on TikTok other than to post my own content. Wilson Fisk for PM. We're just going Marvel Universe. Is he a Wilson Fisk? Or is he a Lex Luthor? Danny says, read last comment. That was very threatening. And Danny's cracked the code as well of using the red dots to get me to see it. Your last comment I can see... Oh, okay, here we go. Last week was probably Haas's worst game and also May's worst game. It was genuinely weird. It's like they neutralized each other. I may say had a bad game, but he had 140 meters against Origin level forwards. Sorry, if that's the one you were sending before, sorry that I missed it. Cooper, no, I said I'd watch the video if it had to do with me. I don't think it was, when I clicked it, it wasn't what Mason said. Either that or I missed it, but I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't want to watch things that aren't like specifically related to me. Because reaction content, it's a whole big thing, but I generally don't like it. Like that video Main made was for me, So kickoff from the Roosters. Caught there by Hunt, and it's the man Corey Jensen, who those of you who have seen my every NRL team roasted in 20 minutes? Oh, I think it was 14 minutes. Well, no, he is by far the sexiest player in the entire Broncos team. Lindsay Collins should run for PM. It's not like he's doing much else at the moment, so... Dr. Doom for PM. Mustard ice cream, no, Tiger, stop. Peter V'landys for PM, I'd vote. I'd vote for him. Cooper, can you send me the link to it? If it's about me, then I'll watch it after the stream. Not after the stream, after the game. I'll watch it on stream after the game. Who do I think is the biggest chirper in the NRL? First name that comes to mind is Reed Marnie. Reynolds, but I do like Marnie. Reynolds with a kick up. I haven't mentioned the crowd so far in this game. Obviously, a few of them are still coming back from getting 4x at halftime, but the crowd looks okay. It is a Friday night. Cooper, I'm sorry that you watched the whole stream just for that. Hunt finally caught the ball on the kickoff. Violation. Cohen says Lindsay Collins is a spitting image of my uncle when he was younger. I think Lindsay Collins looked like the human being that didn't evolve beyond the Neanderthal. If I have just insulted your uncle, I'm very sorry. I have nothing against him. Good tackle there, Haas. Damn, really picking up and wrangling Teddy. Ball comes to the ground there. Oh, okay, it's come through. Crichton's in space, ruled forward. Yeah, that was a bit disjointed for sure. I went to Bunnings, says, as a Roosters supporter who lives in Brisbane, I hope we win, because I love watching Broncos fans cry when they lose. Certainly incentive for you. Yeah, Hainsey also lives in Brisbane. I'm pretty sure. So it was just the pass there from Radley. I don't know if the ball did go forward, but it certainly looked weird. Lindsay Collins, more attractive than Herbie Farnworth, says Williams. Agree wholeheartedly. Look, I obviously disagree with the use of cameras in changing rooms, but if we just want to have it for Lindsay Collins, then that's acceptable. Lancaster says, no Leaguie, the walking Neanderthal is Nathan Cleary. Bro has a wider chin, bridge, and forehead than most people have hips. That's honestly very true. That is true. Chickawee lives in Logan, okay. Oh, sorry, I completely forgot to switch the screens. Thank you for reminding me, Luella. My bad. Oh, yellow line's got to go. Oh, no, never mind. That was a big that was a big transition for just the yellow line disappearing. So Broncos on the attack. Offload there from Gajewski, way out the back. Oh, I think that's come forward off Dom Young there. Yeah, 6 more. Agree. Oh, but it was ruled 6 again anyway for the ruck infringement, so it wasn't just because of the touch. Cars and Engines gang, up the Rabos and welcome back Latrell. South's doing well. It's good to see. I went to Bunnings, says, unrelated, who do you go for in the AFL if you watch it? I don't watch it at all. Grew up diametrically opposed to it. Haas running at Sanders Smith there. That is just not fair. That is not fair. Red Vioco says I look younger. Yeah, we've been saying that. Champion just says Leaguie. So Tedesco there cleaning it up just will take it dead. Obviously, players are a lot more open to doing that now that they go for the short dropouts. What is Haas doing on the edge? They do like to put him on there just briefly in some plays because he's got the speed. I remember in round 1, I think it was, he made a line break against the Roosters. That way. Keita says, all right, Leaguey, I got a game in the morning. I take it you'll go to sleep. That's all good. Savala with the short kickoff. Oh, it's gone hella far. Jeez, that's almost into row 1 there from Hugo Boss. Danny says, brother is everywhere on Haas, yes. Zooch saying, I am in Japan. I don't think I've ever had a viewer in Japan before. That's unreal. EB says, would you rather have Cleary's chin, DC's neck, or KSI's forehead? DC's neck. Just get that bit of extra height. I don't think that's that bad. Broncos on the attack. Reynolds. Oh, short ball there for Shibasaki. It's ruled forward. Jeez, that's poor from the veteran halfback. Champion said, Leaguey, what do you think about the DCE rumours? Do you think we need him? Unrelated. Chad Townsend is useless. Yeah, you're a Roosters fan. So I do think now, given that Manly are strongly pursuing Jamal Fogarty, Dolphins ruled themselves out. If Cherry Evans plays on, it will be at the Roosters, it seems. And yeah, in order to be a premiership threat, yeah, you need him. The spine of Tedesco, Walker, DC and Robson, you're right back up into premiership window again. So yeah, for sure. But Dogs is an option that I haven't considered enough, and is one that I think is pretty strong. With Sexton coming off contract, if they can put together Tracy, Burton, DCE, and Marnie, it's good stuff. More Green Cobra says, "Oh God, what is the score? Not what I thought." Aren't you? But you're just Green Cobra. Haven't you been here the whole time? Big Dave says you can cut the tension with Cleary's chin. I just feel sorry for Mary Fowler. Watson gives it on to CY Wong, who had a very good game last week. Bren says, would you say Taylor May is the Kanye West of the NRL? He's not in the NRL at the moment, but otherwise, maybe. I don't know enough about Kanye, really, to answer that. Danny says he's watched 2 of my streams in Thailand and Singapore. That's outrageous. I do have some friends back in the Netherlands who watch. Cars and Angel says, why would they need DCE? Because Roosters already have 2 halfbacks, Townsend and Walker. Townsend is not... I mean, he won't be there next year, and DCE is a signing for next year, so... Main says, Leaguie, you should steal Mary Fowler from Pig Chin. She's not my type. Outstanding athlete, though. Ball bouncing away from Tedesco there. Floating with the sideline. Yeah, Broncos have trapped them here. Tiger, what have I done? I'm sorry. You're mad at me. JP says, if we end up making the 8, it will be the biggest comeback in the league. It'd be a hell of a slog from here. EB says, do you think Nathan should move to England to get closer to Maz? No. I mean, it would be big for the Super League, but they can't support him right now. Early ball out to Billy Smith. He's got an offload to Angus Crichton on the wing. Jesus, what's going on there? Oh, and Sandon knocks it on. As I was going to read a comment, Big Dave saying, if I was Sandon Smith, I'd be spewing if DC got signed. The thing is, I mean, the Roosters clearly believe a lot in Sandon, but I think when you have the opportunity to get DCE, you do. Talking about it at an opportune moment here. He was devastated with himself. The big scream. That was an opportunity here. Sorry, there. Roosters with a bit of momentum. Cars and Ninja says, who do you think could replace Teddy after he retires? The only man in the Roosters side at the moment who I think is capable of that caliber fullback is Mark Nwanga Nitawase. They've got a younger fullback who Rugby League Guru talks about a lot. Ethan King, I think is his name. But I've got relatives who support the Roosters, and they seem to think Joseph Manu will just come back and play fullback. Tiger says, the Sharks versus Wars stream isn't in the live stream playlist, the preseason. Isn't it? It should be. I will fix that. Payne says, it's okay, Leaguey. Yeah, maybe we can watch the Amsterdam Cobras together. Champion with, do you think Marty will come back to NRL? If so, will he rejoin the Chooks? I have no basis to say whether he'll come back to the NRL. I'm inclined to think no, but whether he'll rejoin the Chooks, I don't think they can really fit him in right now. Ball comes free. Broncos knock on. Are they going to challenge? They are going to challenge. Yeah, Sam Walker, Dave, did his ACL against... I can't remember who it was against last year, but yeah, late in the season. Tiger says, read last. With the dots. Yeah, the preseason. Leaguey, I'm very mad at you. The Sharks and Wars stream isn't in the live stream playlist. That's all I can see. Challenge successful. Okay, yeah, no, I have to say, it was a good challenge. Teddy's not happy about it. But yeah, it was pretty blatant, I think. Chickawee just says Canberra. Just straight up Canberra. Oh, sorry, yeah. Did it against Canberra. So I thought you were just stating the name of the city. Well, they go the 2. I'd go the 2. I would definitely go the 2 if I was them. He wants to go 2. No, okay, does he? I don't know. I could not figure that out. Luella, I think, yes, I have missed. Apparently, Marty was asked for an early release. Yes. Yeah, he's. I think that was rumored and reported. I'm not too sure. Broncos on the attack here, though. This is I mean, it's still half an hour to go in the game, but they're going to want to get into it. They're not going to want to let too much time go without getting back within touching difference. Champion, I mean, Townsend was signed as a backup. He wasn't supposed to have really played at all. Yeah, Danny, sorry, I've missed some of yours. Roosters ruled themselves out of signing Manu. I mean, Tigers are light on centers. Yeah, Tigers would be a good shout. I didn't know Roosters ruled themselves out. When did that happen? Arthur's in the corner. Arthur's gets there. Neither Dominic Young or James Tedesco could clean him up. And it's 16 points to 20. Kick to come. Was it me saying I'd go for the 2? Absolutely not. I'd go for the try every day of the week. Every day of the week. Main says I'll play for flights, accommodation, and we can watch Amsterdam Cobras. I'm going back in a few months. Dave doing God's work saying hit the like button, help Leaguie out. Arthurs did well to just kind of burrow here. It was kind of a bit of a poor effort from Tedesco. He tends to do well in those moments, but he never really got a hold of Arthurs there. I think Arthurs probably surprised him by not just going for the corner, though. Arthurs is a smoky for the Kiwis. He absolutely is. I mean, you'd need one of Ronaldo Mulatalo or Jermaine Asako to be injured, I think. But is he next up? If Dallin's playing for Tonga, yeah. I went to Bunnings because I thought Dom Young was going to get dropped this week. He probably should have. It really surprised me as well. I like Dominic Young, and I think he's got a lot of potential, but just in the way that all the rumors were talking, it was that Nwanga Nitawase was going to come in. Reynolds from the sideline, hits it, hangs it out again, hits the post. So it remains 16 points to 20. Cohen says, Leaky, what deodorant do you use? Whatever is on sale at Coles. Look at Arthur's smile. He knew he was getting there every day of the week, says Danny. And Lancaster says, it's crazy how League is always correct with his tactical analysis when he makes his predictions 3 minutes after the events have played out. Super impressive. I've never claimed to be good at tactical analysis. Do I do that, though? Man, you can come watch the Cobras with me if you like, Chief. If that's what you want, I'll be there. Round 5 of the NRLB, I'll be there. Luella, yeah, it's a shame with Arthur's, but it's nice that he proves you wrong. Zooch just says massive. Did I say massive? Did I say that? I feel like Zooch is about to say something diabolical. Low taper fade? What is that? Champion says, for Roosters fan like me, it's sad seeing us lose games we should win 90% of the time. The one we should have lost, we ended up winning. Well, this is one of those so far. Well, the kick was good. Teddy did well to clear it up. Nagasa says, I'm just talking shit. It was... Damn it, I swore again. I was just talking S-word. It was very specific. So I wondered. Oh, Ben Hunt up on Dominic Young. Holy. That's good stuff from Dozer. Yeah, Zooch, I legitimately... Is low taper fade, I assume that that's a kind of haircut. But if this is like a meme, yeah, I'm actually legitimately not across it. I went to Bunnings, says Manly's new logo is the worst. Their old one was iconic. I've got used to it, but yeah, I mean, it's they've just simplified it. Danny said, also shout out to Ruva. He's been a world-class finisher. I genuinely don't think we've had such a good winger in years. There was that one season of David Nofoaluma, but aside from that, yeah, you're right for sure. Cohen says, you're 22. I doubt anyone cares you swear. You should hear my mouth. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of still a little bit undecided. I'm definitely not going to just like outright swear, but I might read chat, you know. I don't like the fact that you guys can just put red objects and then it draws my eye attention. Read last, he says. Okay, I'll stop what I'm doing here. I'll stop talking about the game and I'll scroll back up and try and find... he says, yes, anything to get out of school. Good. I mean, sometimes, guys, if I miss your chats, I miss your chats. It's not intentional. I do have to talk about the game that's happening, you know? Lancaster thinks the new logo is a crime. I'm honestly really used to it. E.B. Williams says, I think a kid named David Armstrong, who was at the Knights but is now in the Super League, could be a potential Teddy successor if he comes back. Kid's hella great. Yeah, the Roosters were after him for a while, and then he signed for the League Leopards, I think it was. Yeah, he had those like really good games, and then he was replaced by Fletcher Sharp. Just fell off the side of the earth. Danny says, Young, all that size just to get dominated by Ben Hunt. It was weird. But yeah, Hunt was rushed up and got Young when he didn't have a lot of forward momentum. Billy Smith couldn't get it. What's the ruling here? Just play on. Okay, Roosters thought there was something there. Cars and Engines says, my fave song is Baba Black Sheep. That's a certified hood classic. Absolutely it is. You just get the feeling, oh, that was a pretty good shot there from Toya. You get the feeling next try comes Broncos. I'm being pretty positive in favor of Broncos, but I do rate them, and I just don't really rate the Roosters. Carrigan with the head up now, taking it just to halfway on what'll be the last. So Reynolds with a kick up. Exposing the league, he says, I'm going to make a massive exposed video on you. Even better than the other one. Who got timed out for 2 days? Hebe says, I'm the type of guy that crib walks to K-pop. There is only one South Korean song I've ever liked. It was the original. It was Gangnam Style. I thoroughly, absolutely adore that song. Luella says, if the NRL were to bring the Rams or Sheep, where would they be from? They were Adelaide Rams back in the day, so it'd have to be that. Dom Young seems scared to run at the line when catching. He always runs east to west, super annoying. Yeah, he runs laterally. He runs around them, trying to use his speed instead of his size, but probably figure it out. Oh my god, it's Jerome Luai in the chat, bro. That's crazy. Well, Savala runs up on him and gets him. 23 minutes to go. It feels like not much has really happened in the second half. Gangnam Style goated, agree fundamentally. On a spiritual level, I completely concur. Cobra says, I timed him out for 1 day, but so did Danny, so it makes 24 hours or 2 days. Who did you time out? Who are we silencing? How is JT doing? I don't have JT, bro. I don't have JT. I've got Jerome Luai and Sean Johnson. I do. It's crazy that they both find so much time to watch my live streams. So Broncos draw a penalty with Watson, although Greg Alexander thinks it was just head-on-head. Are they thinking something more? On report is Watson. Okay, that's all. How is Coco? I unfortunately don't know. I'm not up in Sydney right now, so I'm not sure. But she seems outstanding from what I've heard. But thank you for asking. Maine says, don't make me expose you again. I'd love you to. That'd be kind of funny. As Jesse Arthurs goes off for a HIA, with 22 minutes left to go, he has to be off for 15 minutes. That's a lot of the game still remaining here. Brandon says, did you see the news of panther sightings in the Blue Mountains? Did you want to help me catch one? I did not see that news, and I definitely don't want to help you catch one. You can do that if you like, sir. Jerome wants mod. Ain't no way. How's Olam doing? I think, actually, I guess you could kind of say I killed him in some ways, because I deleted the file that was on my computer, the PNG file, so I guess he's not around now. It's kind of sad. The amount of people who think Broncos is going to win this game in the poll has gone down just a little bit, down to 68, but still generally people back them. Martin Taupau. Now, Billy Walters didn't get that play the ball first time, but jinx around himself. It was good work from Billy. A couple of tackles left here. Taupau, a dummy half. Okay. Now Carrigan. Through Walsh. And Staggs. Oh, he nearly found a bit of a half break there. Llewellyn says, at Jerome Luai, as a Tiger supporter, I find this hard to believe. You probably are rightly doing that. A PNG file, that's true, that's funny. Hunt again, maybe one pass. Again. One pass away from scoring there from Ben Hunt. Oh, Tiger but weird has been banished. Okay, that's okay. B. Milner says, when you ask God for a goth girlfriend, but he sends you a goth NRL referee. When he sends you Peter Goff. That is very funny. That's very funny. Khan says, cooking some fish in the oven, late night feed, let's go. I would, unfortunately don't have an oven, but that sounds outstanding. I would love to do that myself. Dave, I feel I've missed an opportunity, but no, it was not called PNG, and it absolutely should have been. Main, no, not particularly. Luai says, Leaguie, do you think we're winning on Saturday against? I just need a little reminder against Knights. Yes, I do actually. I tipped you, but it would be. I think it's going to be a very close one for sure. Danny's still searching. Champion says, when Teddy retires, Roosters should withdraw from the comp. Cobra mentions that the F1 is on, yeah, but it is just the practice. Luckily, I'm watching the race this weekend live, so none of you unsavory characters can spoil it for me. Lancaster says, God sent me a goth GF, and then she ruined my mental health for 2 years till I got... You share a lot, Lancaster. I love it, though. It's very interesting, but I'm just like, should I be reading this out? I just question myself. I'm fairly sure her new kid isn't mine is a great line, though. Big pass there. Young's on a 2-on-1. Jaden Hunt does eventually get wrapped up by him, but not before making about 20 meters. Luai, you are not on the wall, but you would be. It's just because when I made it before the season, you hadn't yet played in a Tigers jersey. You'll be there next year. Tupou gets it and will be tackled inside his 10. Are the Roosters? I mean, are they going to be able to win this game on 20 points at a time? As time goes on, I'm becoming more and more inclined to think they may be able to. I don't know. Danny says, I don't back McCarthy to defend Taruva. I mean, Taruva's pretty hard to defend for anyone, let alone someone as inexperienced as McCarthy at the NRL level. Fiketti, okay, offload there. Sprightly young rookie. Watson. Oh, dummies and goes himself. Couldn't quite get through. He's got speed. I'll tell you what, he's got speed, Connor Watson. Savala with a kick. It'll go over Walsh. Keep bouncing. Won't go dead, I don't think. Cobbo gets it. So in the end, it's a pretty good result. Daily Cherry Evans. Guys, what team should I go to? Please, Daily. Listen, Daily, bro, Daily. DCE, Daily Cherry Evans. Could you please, for the love of Christ, I really need this. Could you sign for the Amsterdam Cobras? That'd be great. As the Brisbane Broncos knock the ball on. Okay. Yeah, Danganay makes a good point here. It's been the Roosters with the poor discipline, but now they get an opportunity, and it feels like they haven't really had one in this second half. It's the goat, the goatee, the Shibasaki. Okay, Cobra, I've copied that link. Oh, he's just streaming. Okay, I see. So Roosters off the scrum play. Let's see what they can do. They're obviously all set to the left. Sandon with the ball now through to Savala. Again, don't really fire a shot there on that play. It's with Reed last, full capital letters. Okay, what pearls of wisdom? As we got a roll ball penalty. What pearls of wisdom does he have to give? Seriously, bro. He says, "Oh, I wanted a goth mum. It would be so cool." With all due respect, that was not worth me interrupting the commentary for. Come on. Shibasaki, or the Shivers, I've called him. That's a good name. B. Milner says, I think Daily Cherry will be signing with lucrative media deal FC. Probably. I mean, it's there for him if he wants it. That is disappointing, though, for the Roosters in one of their only attacking opportunities in the second half so far. The roll ball comes back. Cohen says, I should be watching that oven instead of watching Leaguie and footy in my room. Yeah, but I think I might be even hotter than an oven. So it kind of depends what you want to see. Courage says, Tiger, what the hell? What was that link to? Now I'm very concerned about what Tiger's putting in my chat. Daily, go to the Cobras, bro. E.B. Williams, shout out to the Shirley Hawks. Good on everyone there at Shirley. Oh, there's a shot from Dom Young on Jaden Hunt. Leaguie, do you think Robbo is a good coach? I do. And to any talk of getting rid of him, as Broncos tackled on the last again, because I've heard Roosters fans talk about it, and this is the case with any coach. There aren't good coaches out there ready to come in. So you don't have really a Cam Serraldo waiting in the wings at the moment, in my opinion. Buck says, if you are Joey Manu, would you rather play for All Blacks or Roosters? All Blacks. That's way more prestigious. I don't know if he can. I don't know anything about rugby union. I don't know if he's good enough to make the side. Genuinely, I have no clue. But Feketi with an offload there to Tedesco, who pins the ears back. He's through. He's got Watson there in support outside him. Watson gets the ball. Is tackled there eventually, though, by Katoni, who holds him down. Okay, did well there. Roosters, though, on a bit of a roll here. Sandon Smith will pin the ears back and go himself. Probably had numbers out to the wide side there. 6 more. That's a big moment in this game. Ruck infringement. Will the Roosters get a try here, people? Greg Alexander thought he'd scored. Watson will give it to Smith. Short ball to Feketi. Palmed off of Bronco there, but couldn't quite break free. Manu doesn't crack All Blacks. Yeah, there we go. I don't know rugby union, honestly. Butcher. Oh, Jesus, they're getting close. They are getting very, very close. Broncos on the ropes, but need to hold them out, I feel. Sandon holds the ball up. Does eventually just get tackled. Yeah, that was a bit disjointed. Angus Crichton, I'm not sure. I think he was going in for the kick. On the 4th, Savala now will just give it for a Nat Butcher underneath, just for a settler, and they'll go it on the 5th. Can Broncos still win? Without a doubt. Is that 6 again? Again. Whoa. Jesus. This is like the start of the game. Nafahu White getting close now. Roosters, you're getting into the territory now. If you're going to score at all, it has to be now, surely. Butcher. He's got there. Nat Butcher has got there. Roosters extend their lead with inside 15 minutes left to go in this game. Is that going to be enough for them? It was pretty close to the post. It's become not 234. It's become 24. It's going to be 26-16 in a moment. The Roosters, is the upset genuinely on the cards here? Offload there from Tedesco. Connor Watson tackled, really good cover there by Katoni Staggs, who beautifully timed just holding him down and not giving away a sin bin. But they just went crash play. Nafahu White nearly got there twice, but it was Nat Butcher with the 8 on his back that he hasn't often worn, but does get there. Jesus. Cohen says Roosters the worst team in the comp. I mean, it's really surprised me. I've got to say, I don't know what to think about any team this year. Truly, probably Melbourne like the only one I feel, and Dogs, like somewhat secure about, because Manly, what's going on? Sharks, what's going on? Broncos, what's going on? Panthers, what the ever-living hell is going on? What a competition we have here, ladies and gentlemen. 2025 Rugby League is elite. Sandon Smith from in front. He's kicked all 4 tonight after a poor night with the boot last week where he missed a couple of important ones. But he'll get this. And then I'll answer some of the questions that are in the chat because I haven't read chat in a bit. I'm just poised to update the scoreboard. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, it was Champion who says, Leaguie, in your opinion, who's the biggest grub in the league? It would have been Maria Hargreaves. I think that's everyone's answer, but he's obviously gone now. I don't know. Can I see? Who do you guys think? I'll put it back on you guys because I might be forgetting people. I'm having a bit of a mind blank. Who do you guys think it is? EB says Manu would have to outdo Rieko Ioane and Geordie Barrett, who are the Latrell and Turbo of rugby. Well, I think Manu is that caliber of player of Latrell and Turbo, but maybe not Turbo. Probably Latrell. But anyway, yeah. Reed Marnie says randomizer. Buck says, what did you think of the Ashes this year? Rugby League Ashes or Cricket Ashes? I'm optimistic about both, though. For different reasons, though. I want England Rugby League to beat Australia. Walsh for me says champion. Really? Walsh is a grub. That's, I mean, I see where you're coming from. He's definitely chirpy. Fiketti, geez, absolutely palmed off Reynolds there. Main says, okay, I'm going to hop off and watch the King play F1 24. Is that Verstappen you're referring to? Does he stream that? But fair play. Savala with a kick, 44-meter gain. Walsh with the kick return. Roosters, yeah, the line is up. The line is set. Cars and Engines says, imagine if Penrith gets a wooden spoon this year, straight from champions to last. It would be funny. King Charles? King Charles Leclerc, surely. Surely. That's very funny. Daily Travis just says, bruh, have I been missing some Cherry Evans pearls of wisdom? Oh, no, so his messages are getting deleted because he just says, bruh. Roosters fan says, surely I get a blue name. The blue name applications are closed, Roosters fan, but you must be happy. Walsh, oh, he was almost through. Toya just about got him. There's space in the middle. There is space. The shiv. Cohen says, only a 10-point difference. Anything can happen. Main says, no King Charles, King of England. Brother, what are you talking about? Is this like a new AI trend? Turbo underneath. Safe as he has been throughout his storied career. Champion says, I got a whole list ready to go. Top 3 Walsh to Latrell, and then it's between Cody Walker and Nico. My sweet prince Nicholas Hines. Now that's one that needs some explaining. I don't get the Nico hate. I really don't. Arthur's out. Okay, it goes from trickier to trickier for the Broncos, but they're still super in this. It's 2 tries, and they are a side that can find tries. Tiger says, because I hate DCE still. Oh, because of the removing. That's rude. Don't do that. Okay, it holds. It turns out to be very well weighted. Sandin's called out of it. He wasn't going to make that tackle anyway. The kicking game of Savala has been really important in the second half, and it's something that Townsend, is not outstanding at, unfortunately. Carr says, who's the kindest and most hearted person in rugby for me? It's Jake Turbo. It has to be. It has to be. Though I think Nico Hines is massively up there. So what's the Nico hate? NRL says, if Panthers get the wooden spoon, they would have won 5 trophies in a row. Oh, good offload there, Carrigan. They have a chance here through the middle. Haas, will he get another offload? He doesn't quite. Still, though, it puts him in range for an attacking kick here from Reynolds. It wasn't going to be that before. He'll go through the hands. Okay, they've got him shot here. Tedesco stays. Back in field. Hunt gets an offload. Oh, that's a miracle. That's a miracle.
That's not a try, that's a miracle!
Oh, I thought he got it. Peter Goff says, no, I thought he got this. I thought Willison's got this down. Let's see. The amount of offloads. What do we got? Yeah, that's a clean pickup. I think it's a try. Unless it slipped through. I think he's gripping that with his forearm to his torso. I think that's a try. I'm giving that a try. They're saying he hasn't got it. I thought he gripped it. Come on, Tiger. Don't just delete Daily Chairmans because you don't like DCE.
There's got to be an investigation into this. Someone's got to be accountable for this.
That's a big moment. in the context of this game, and it's going to be looked at. I don't know. I think that was gripped by his forearm to his torso. But it was remarkable play. The pickup from Willison was outstanding. Unfortunately, not the man with the Cook Islands tattoo. Dave ain't happy. I can see where they're coming from, right? But personally, I disagree, I think. Tiger, brother. Have you not taken your meds tonight? Luella ain't happy. Colin says not as bad as Moses Leota tried disallowed. Crichton, the man who might have saved that try there for the Roosters. It's getting harder to see Brisbane coming back into this. Tedesco takes it over halfway. Buck says, I think they should bring back GB team in the Ashes, like the Lions in Union. To be fair, a Great Britain team and an England team is the exact same 17. Maybe, like, you'd have a few Scottish heritage players, like Ewan Aitken, perhaps. Campbell Graham is eligible for Scotland. He'd make it, but I don't know if they'd play for Great Britain anyway. Xavier's hella talented for a big man. He really is. I'm so excited about seeing him develop. Danny says, Tiger, you remember what he said about red vodkas? Oh, that's true. I did say that. Next mod to spam. Don't test me, bro. I wield an iron fist here in the Leaguie community. My fingers did an oopsie. I can hear Lancaster right now saying 10 field goals. Or 5 2-pointers. So, again, in range for an attacking kick, Reynolds puts it super high. The chase is good. Teddy underneath. And it's fullback on fullback. But Roosters, so coming out of their own end, this is where Brisbane want them. Now Brisbane need to attack with their defense. Keep them down this end and force a good field position start for their next set. Well, this is, I can't believe Xavier Willison shaved off the afro mullet. Yeah, he was interviewed about that, I think. It was, I think it was a bet that he made. So Nafahu White, they're trucking the ball up. They'll give it to Savala again for a distance kick. Sort of, that it looked like he didn't kick it all that hard, but it had good distance. And the Roosters are backing their defense to not concede 2 tries in the remaining 6.5 minutes. Randomizer says, do you have a favorite team in the Premier League? I have a favorite team of English soccer, but no, they don't play in the Premier League. Sunderland used to play in the Premier League. They play in the Championship. Champion says, okay, maybe I was wrong about Nico. I don't think anyone had an argument for Bronson, Druggy, Sherry. Yeah, I mean, Sherry's a whole different thing. Nico didn't do performance enhancers. Nico hasn't done drugs as far as I'm concerned. His mother's connected to that, but not him. Reynolds puts it up. They need a good bounce. The bounce will go over the sideline. Staggs keeps it in. It's knocked back there by Billy Smith. Broncos will probably get this. Oh my God. How the hell did none of them clear that up? What on earth was that? How it stayed in, but then both sides. I thought when the Roosters knocked it back for sure, I thought, okay, Broncos will get it and we'll have 6 more. God damn, that was bizarre. Not as bizarre as Jack Bostock last night, though. Colin says, I'd get a tattoo for a bet. Nothing to do with my hair, though. I like my hair too much. I am not a tattoo man, gotta say. I went to Bunny, says Savala has to be the regular 7 until Walker gets back. I think after this game, he's done very well. White's hitting it up, and they are just hitting up. They're hitting up, soaking up time in the clock and putting kicks in. Smith with a kick. Oh, that's going to go dead. Sandon, that's a poor play. That's a poor play at a super key moment. A really, really, really key moment. And Savala has nailed kicks, and to see Sandon with a short one there get that wrong, that could be costly. Cohen said, Lancaster says, hail Crystal Palace. I say because I like Ted Lasso. Cohen says kick was way too deep. I mean, yeah, it really was. And yeah, Tiger has lost mod before. I think he like dared me to take him off mod. I can't remember. Broncos are asking questions down their left-hand side, but the Roosters scramble has been relatively good. The Broncos chant goes up. They're getting behind their Brisbane boys. Danny says that bossed up moment made me go quiet, bro. Just let it go dead. My full back part of my soul felt like it was murdered. Carrigan with some ball playing. Broncos are looking good here. They'll shift it out to their left. Reynolds. Oh, no, it's over the sideline. It's over the sideline. Oh, it's not Reynolds, it's Hunt. That's big. That is so big. And our head says, bro, I'm about to be 0-3. What a competition we have. The Hunt, that was just, it didn't find anyone. I mean, it probably, maybe could have found Jaden Hunt. I'm not sure. But yeah, Hunt's not happy with himself. That was awful. Payne Haas Samoa says, Bucks. Yeah, I've made my thoughts on that very clear. I am so happy about that. 3 minutes 43. I'm trying to telegraph how the rest of this game plays out. The game management is something that the Roosters have really lacked over their last 3 weeks. They've led at points in their second halves and lost the games. Can they manage this one home? Why couldn't the Bronx play like this last week? It's very true. It is very true. Does Reece Walsh put on eyeliner? I actually unironically think he does. Daly says, goat Leaguie, I was timed out. It's okay, I advocated for you. I said, Tiger Walker, don't just ban him because he dislikes Cherry Evans. We all put on eyeliner? I certainly do not. Maybe I should. It will distract you all from the fact that I no longer have facial hair, which apparently you're all super concerned about. Kick up there from Savala. Teddy underneath it. Back to Watson, still last, I think. No, knock forward Broncos. Roosters are that much closer to getting home. The upset is so on. It is so here. They're going to challenge. Of course, you have to at this point in the game. But it is a desperation one. I agree with Yanane. Champion says, Leaguey, since you live in Canberra, who do you support in Origin? I live in Canberra, but I am originally from Sydney. I'm New South Wales through and through. I went to Bunny says, I'm just happy now that we don't have to rely on Para losing to not end up at the bottom of the ladder. Still 2.5 minutes to go, but you're looking good. Broncos challenge. Walsh was the one who went up for it. Yeah, knocked back by Teddy, but then forward off Walsh. Yeah, it touched both of them. Lancaster says, nothing wrong with that. He does it as a thing with his daughter. Sorry, what's this in reference to? Oh, eyeliner. Okay. That's cool. I didn't know that. Cohen says, I've gotten over the no facial hair, you look normal now. Yeah, that's what I said. It just takes a little bit of time and then it's fine. A good man has no enemies. Except Jake Trebongovich. Trebongovich is brilliant. No, EB, I've not seen Invincible. What's that about? I'm currently watching House of Cards. I went to Bunny says, whereabouts from Sydney are you from? I grew up in the most classiest suburb in Sydney, Mount Druitt. I am from Menai, which is in the Sutherland Shire. It's like really far west in the Sutherland Shire. But I didn't grow up there. I grew up in the Netherlands. Tiger makes a good point. Maybe time to ready the Roosters song. Okay, knock on there. No, knock on Broncos. Okay, I've copied the link for the Roosters song. Tiger, thank you. That was, you just heard the start of the ad for the Roosters song. It's a Domino's Giant Donuts ad. Jesus Christ, they look absolutely awful. Woo Woo God says, is it 2012 again? The only premiership contenders at the moment are Bulldogs and Storm. They are. What the hell happened, Broncos? Oh, there was a bit of mooning there. Love it. Nat Butcher hits up the ball. I'm not quite as stunned as I was yesterday, but I am really stunned and disappointed at the result here from Brisbane. Watson knocks it on. It's raw, just a straight knock on. Broncos need a miracle. They need a miracle. A Roosters challenging? Okay, Roosters. Okay, it's coming out to a whimper here. At least I can read chat. Cohen says, I love a Domino's pepperoni pizza. There is literally a Domino's across the road from me. It's awful location just because it's so tempting. Luella says, did you ever run into the May brothers or Marley Silver's dad? No. up with Marley Silver's dad? I don't know anything about that. I don't watch Channel 9, so I don't really know her story. Hank Arthur says, effing Menai. I hate Menai. Back when I was a Tyler's apprentice, we worked on one house in Menai so far away, and then we have to carry everything up ridiculously steep stairs because it's so hilly. It is hilly, but I know Menai is great. Hey, that's my home, Lancaster. Be careful, bro. Menai is a really, really good place to live. Cobra is live while watching. That's cool. Randomizer says, with an NRL team coming, does PNG have a chance to be a tier 1 nation in the future, in your opinion? It absolutely does, because the pathways are the key thing. If anything, I would say that if the pathways don't develop up to that level, it's almost a bit disappointing. Like, what are we putting the team there for, you know? William says, Bostock's moment last night should be on the Vegas promo next year. Showcase the game. It'll be in my my 2025 NRL Rewind at the end of the year. Reynolds gives it off to Haas. 37 seconds left. Roosters on the verge of pulling off their second best upset of this year, but a truly incredible upset. Tupou gets the ball off the kick, and that'll do it. That'll do them. Now all the Roosters boys will have cramps. That's after the last 3 weeks that they've had, I don't know how they can find results like this. It's so random. They've got Penrith next week. Here's a question for you. Do the Roosters go into Penrith next week as favourites? Do they? The Roosters get it done. The Roosters get it done. That is kind of crazy. That is. I'll play the song. I'll play the Chucky song. Oh, hang on. No, wait. My music is still playing. I thought I stopped it. I played it. Oh, no. Okay. The music wasn't playing before. Okay, here we go. The Roosters get it done, people. 2025 Rugby League. What the hell? How can you predict this? You just... Cars, I will get claimed for doing that. How the hell did the Roosters win? It was pretty amazing performance from them. Broncos, though, I am disappointed. I really thought they'd deliver a lot more. Be disappointed says, holy, what a caca song. I think it's from 1908 in its defense. They get it done. Lancaster says it's such an Eastern Suburbs song. Yeah, I mean, I think it's over 100 years old, so give it some credit where it's due. But it is certainly like, you know, I go to Canberra Raiders games and hear Green Machine, and I'm like, this, you know, this gets me up and about. Fearsome men from the ACT, the bad and mean Green Machine, and then there's things like, here come the Roosters, you know, like it's totally different. How good was that? Says I went to Bunnies. Cheers for the stream, boss. All good, bro. Take care. Yeah, no, it was good. It was very good. Good game, good contest. I felt the Broncos were going to come back into that for sure, and they just never really did. When the Roosters were they scored 20 points, I said, I'm thinking more and more that they can actually win with this margin, and that's what they managed to do. So, yeah. There was, Is Cooper Knight still here? I think there was a video of his I said I would watch after the stream, but if he's not here anymore, then I won't. So Cooper, if you're here, say something. Cars and Engine says, the first thing I thought of is a good morning and a good afternoon, my lovely friend. Hope you have the day as you like. I will try my hardest for you. What? That's so nice, but what are you talking about? If that's all just like meant genuinely, thank you. I'm not white though. What? I'm so very confused. Cohen, enjoy your fish. Butcher won the game for the Roosters, says Danny. He did. That try was, yeah, the crash ball for the second try there was... Sorry, did he score 2 tries in this game? I feel like he scored 2 tries. Or am I tripping? No, he scored 1. The first try there, Billy Smith got 2. Was very good. Stream on Saturday? No, NRL head, I am not streaming on Saturday. I love you for asking, but no, I cannot. I'm doing both games on Sunday though. And for those of you who, if any of you know the Instagram account Retro Rugby League, or I assume he's on TikTok as well, he does jersey stuff. I'm joining his Instagram live after the game on Sunday as well, so you can all come and watch that. Champion says, I'm heading out to see you, Leaguie. What, you coming to Canberra? Tiger, what link? What link are you putting there? I need to know what this is. Just says, watch video. I'm scared. Oh, yeah, I've seen this video, Tiger. It is, I'm leaving the Tigers behind thing. I commented on it. Okay. Cosmic says, we aren't asking, we will see you on Saturday. You certainly think so. You certainly think so. No, yeah, Tiger, I've seen the video. That's all good, Luella. I am going to call it there because it is quite late. Woo says Roosters might go into round 10, 5-4. It's ambitious, but they could. And our head says we should meet up and watch the Minecraft movie. We don't live in the same city, bro. I will call it there because I do need to. Yeah, Tiger, I know the video, but yeah, I do need to go. So thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for hanging out. It was a good stream as always. Congratulations to Roosters fans. Commiserations to Broncos fans. But such is the game. Take care. I'll see you later.